Hello, it's Robert Miner with Dynamic Traders Group with our DT trade strategies for the week of August 23rd, 2021. This is where we do a brief video for our Twitter and YouTube subscribers and followers, much briefer than what we do for our DT Report subscribers, where we look at each market in a more comprehensive way, more educational way. And what you'll learn from these videos you can apply to other markets and other time frames, even if you don't trade the markets that we take a look at in this video. If you like these videos, check out our DT reports at dynamictraders.com. Like us on YouTube and let your fellow traders know about them. Maybe they'll find some value in them also. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to look at several markets really briefly, and it'll be follow-ups to some markets we've looked at in recent weeks. Before we get started, you can review the video from last week on gold and silver and the GDX for that matter. All three are in substantially the same position, as well as the ES and other stock indexes. What we had in last week's video continues to apply. The gold strategy, the trigger has not been met yet, but I suspect it will in the next 2 or 3 days. So nothing's changed with that. A little bit of a change with the ES, but not too much. We'll maybe take a quick look at it. So let's get started and let's take a look at the euro. This is the daily data of the euro coming down from the May high, which we've got labeled as a wave B high. The new low last week put it in an almost ideal position for a 5-wave impulsive trend decline. That really clarified the pattern position, at least, of the euro. And as of the end of last week, the euro declined right in to our end of wave 5 target zone. Actually, it's an end of wave 5 of 5 target zone, which we identified in advance, and so we came down into that target zone. So the euro is in a position, time, price, and pattern position, to complete at least a weekly low. We haven't had the trigger yet. The specific triggers we have in our DT reports, but for those of you interested in the euro, basically we're at or near, which should be at least a weekly low, has a potential for being a multi-month low. So you might want to start formulating your go-long trade strategy. How about Bitcoin? This is Bitcoin Weekly. We look at Bitcoin every now and then. Weekly momentum has just finished the second week of being dual look back overbought. That's warning a weekly high is near. Right above the market, not too far above it, is a 62% retracement. It's been hugging this Andrews medium line for the past 3 weeks. And that's probably about the limit on the upside. Doesn't mean it won't be higher next week, but the upside should be relatively limited. Around that 62% retracement is the probable maximum. Just below the 62% retracement is the end of wave 5 target zone. Just a little bit above where it closed on Friday. Daily momentums are bullish. Probably have 2 or 3 more days on the upside, and that will then put the Bitcoin in a position to make a weekly high. Is this going to be a corrective high, or is it the beginnings of a bull trend? Well, that's for further discussion. We discuss that with our subscribers, and we let them know what are the triggers that will indicate that this is a corrective high that would be followed by a new low well below the June low, and what is the setup that will indicate that it's the beginning of an impulsive bull trend. So those are 2 important factors you might want to be aware of if you trade the euro, or excuse me, if you trade Bitcoin. Well, this is the SPX daily data, and we had some time targets between last Friday and Wednesday to complete a probable weekly high. It hasn't been confirmed that that high is completed. It made a top on a closing basis on Monday. And so I'm going to just tell you the parameters. I won't go into a lot of discussion of it. We give the specifics on why these are important with our subscribers. But you can take a look at these numbers and be aware of them in the days ahead. That if the SPX closes below 43.8716, that should indicate, or will indicate, that at least a weekly, if not a monthly high is complete. If in the days ahead, which would probably be early next week if it's going to happen, the SPX should trade above 44.5432. More than likely it has one new high to be made and the 45.01 to 45.29 closing range, just a little bit above the market, and that would complete what we call a wave 5, or fifth wave, ending diagonal. So the two key numbers are close below 43.87.16, weekly high should be complete, trade above 44.54.32, probably has another 2 to 3 days then, sideways up, probably to a new high around 45.01 to 45.28. So the bottom line is we're within days of completing a weekly high, and those are the parameters that'll indicate whether we're immediately going to continue lower, confirm a weekly high, or whether we've got another 2 to 3 days on the upside before that high is confirmed. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic week. Stay healthy. If you like what you learn here, check out our DT reports where we update all these markets in much more detail every day, and not only give you what we believe is the position of the market, but specific trade strategies, and we teach you why we're doing what we're doing and why we develop the strategies that we do. That's it for today. Robert Miner, over and out.